My boss's secret affair almost ruined my career. I thought I had landed my dream job, until I discovered a secret that almost cost me everything. One wrong move, and my entire career was on the line. My boss had a dangerous secret, and somehow, I got caught in the middle. If I spoke up, I'd be done for. But staying silent? That might have been even worse. So, here's how it all started. I had just been hired at a prestigious corporate firm, the kind of place people work their whole lives to get into. The pay was great, my office was decent, and for once, I felt like I was getting ahead in life. My boss, Mr. Daniels, was the kind of guy who commanded respect. He was in his early 40s, well-dressed, super professional, and one of the company's top executives. Everyone loved him. At first, I thought he liked me too. He'd compliment my work, include me in meetings, and even took me under his wing. But then, everything changed. It all started on a Thursday night. I was working late, finishing up a project, when I realized my laptop charger was in the conference room. The whole office was supposed to be empty. Or so I thought. As I approached the door, I heard whispers. Then, a giggle. I frowned. Who else was here this late? I took a step closer and peeked through the glass window. And there he was. Mr. Daniels. Not alone. With her. The company's married HR manager. My breath hitched. I wasn't supposed to see this. They weren't just talking. His hands were on her waist, and her blazer was halfway off. I must have gasped because suddenly, his eyes locked onto mine. My stomach dropped. Oh, crap. I turned and walked fast back to my desk, pretending I had seen nothing. But my heart was racing. Had he really just seen me? The next morning, I got called into his office. My hands were shaking as I knocked. Come in. I stepped inside, trying to act normal, but the tension was thick. He leaned back in his chair, studying me. Then he smiled, but not in a friendly way. I trust you understand the importance of discretion, he said, voice smooth but heavy. I swallowed hard. Was that a threat? Of course, Mr. Daniels, I said quickly. Good. He nodded, folding his hands together. Because misunderstandings in the workplace can be messy. I forced a smile and left, but my gut told me this wasn't over. And I was right. Suddenly, everything at work felt off. Emails I swore I sent were missing. My reports had random errors I never made. I got left out of important meetings. Coworkers started giving me weird looks. At first, I thought I was just being paranoid. But then, I got the email. From HR. We need to discuss your recent performance issues. Please come to my office at 2 p.m. I felt like my lungs had collapsed. Performance issues? I had never messed up at work before. Then it hit me. Mr. Daniels was setting me up. I had a choice. 1. Stay silent and let them ruin me. 2. Play their game but better. So, I started digging. I checked my emails. Looked through timestamps, old messages, security footage logs. I even spoke to a few coworkers who also seemed to have suddenly fallen out of favor. And then, I found something. A deleted email thread between Mr. Daniels and the HR manager. It wasn't just about me. They had done this before. There were at least 3 other employees who had been performance managed out of the company. And I had proof. When I walked into that HR meeting, I wasn't scared anymore. The HR manager sat there, acting all professional, ready to tear into me. But before she could speak, I slid a thick folder across the table. She frowned, opening it. Her face drained of color. Screenshots. Timestamps. Records. Everything. I leaned forward, voice calm. Before we discuss my performance issues, let's talk about these. Her hands trembled. She knew I had them. Both of them. By the end of the week, Mr. Daniels was gone. Fired. And the HR manager? Resigned immediately. And me? Let's just say, I got a very nice promotion. So yeah, sometimes knowing too much can get you in trouble. But knowing how to fight back? That's what really saves you. Have you ever been caught in a workplace scandal? Drop your craziest work story in the comments.